Hey everybody, this is Harry, coming to you from hotter than Hades, Florida. And this is a video response to Ian's community chat, another one he posted. Your favorite actor or actress and why you become fans of this actor or actress. And if you watch my channel for a while or follow me, you would know Cary Grant is my favorite actor of all time. He has been since 1986. I became very obsessed. Wow, I'm trying to find it where it's not so bad. I became obsessed with him, his films after he passed away. He died in November of 1986 in Iowa. And then one of the cable channels was, I think it was USA Network, was showing a retrospective of Cary Grant's films all week long. So from 7 films, I think it was 7 films that they showed, and and I started watching them. Now I had seen a couple of Cary Grant movies in the past with my mother, like I think it was Bringing Up Baby was one of them that I know for sure that I had watched with her. But then until then I wasn't familiar with his work. Up to that time in the 80s, my favorite actor was Harrison Ford, because I was a Star Wars fan and Indiana Jones and all that. And I'm still a Harrison Ford fan, but he's not my number one favorite actor. So they played a movie called None But the Lonely Heart from 1944 that starred him and Ethel Barrymore and Barry Fitzgerald. And I had never seen this movie before. Jane Wyman is in it as well. And I just love that movie to bits. It's not one of his most popular films. It's didn't get he got an Academy Award nomination for it, but did not win. But it was a good drama. I enjoyed it. He played a Cockney man, English Cockney character in the film. Kind of happy-go-lucky type of guy who didn't really work, kind of wandered around and show up at his mother's every once in a while when he needed food or a place to stay. And so I enjoyed that, and then I watched the next films, and they had like the Philadelphia Story and a few other films. And so I fell in love with his films. As a matter of fact, I've watched Philadelphia Story twice. They played it on USA, and then it wound up being played on late night TV about a week later, and I watched it and videotaped it, with the commercials and all that stuff. And I just fell in love with that movie. That was my favorite Cary Grant movie of all time. Excuse me. But other films have taken over since then, since I've seen all of his films. I know I keep moving back and forth. So yeah, I watched. So a lot of his movies started popping up. So anytime I would get the TV guide and the cable guide also. Anytime I seen a Cary Grant film played, I would watch it and record it. So I saw a lot of his films after that point, after he had passed away. Like This Touch of Mink with Doris Day, Houseboat, Suspicion, Gunga Din. A lot of these films, Father Goose, used to play on Sundays a lot. A lot of older films would play, like they would play Jerry Lewis movies and films from the 60s. And so, and it was only 20 years out from when, in the 80s, really, when these films that were released, there was only 20 years out. It wasn't that much time difference like it is now, So yeah, Cary Grant, I always wanted to be Cary Grant. Never going to happen, not as good looking. The reason why I liked him was because of his ease of acting. He always seemed natural in all his films. He never seemed to overact any of his parts, and he was funny, even when he wasn't trying to be funny. I mean, in the serious roles, he played like in Suspicion. it was really serious. I mean, he played a serious character in that film, but he had the charm to him. But it was scary. You know what I mean? His character was kind of scary. He played dark characters really well. Notorious was another one where he played a dark character. So, yeah, it was he's the charm and his charm in the movies and how easy it made. You know, James Cagney is another favorite from that time period too that I liked. And Humphrey Bogart. Humphrey Bogart is my second favorite actor. Kind of reminds me of my father a lot. They say my father actually looked like, when he was younger, he looked like Tyrone Power. But I see a lot of my father in Bogey. And Bogart was born in New York City. My father was born in Brooklyn, but in 1927. Bogart was born in 1899, so he was the same age as my grandmother. So, yeah, the modern day actors I like. Denzel Washington is my favorite actor of modern day actors. So I always love Denzel Washington. Another one who plays roles that are really believable. Doesn't seem like he's acting at all. You can believe him in anything he does. I just watched him in a movie, Macbeth, on Apple TV. Very good movie. If you get Apple TV, catch it. It's just filmed beautifully, and it's a great film. Fences is one of my favorite films from Denzel. Who else do I like that I follow? Liam Neeson, because I'm Irish. He can play in anything. I love Liam Neeson films. Jason Statham, I also like. But Denzel Washington, now the modern actors, is one I like. For actresses, it's a little bit weird. I like Myrna Loy. She was my favorite actress from that time period. Because I loved her in the Thin Man movies with William Powell. And she played in a lot of movies with William Powell back in the 30s. She played in a couple of movies with Cary Grant. And, yeah, she would be my favorite actress from the golden age. When I was a teenager in the 80s, it was Leah Thompson. I had a crush on her. I watched a lot of her movies that she was in. A lot of them were just bit parts. She wasn't the main actress in them. But Back to the Future. And I liked her before from Back to the Future. It was Jaws 3. Then there was Back to the Future, and then there was Space Camp and Howard the Duck. All that. It's the auburn hair. Women with auburn hair, I really have a thing for. So, yeah, nowadays, I don't really know who I like as a favorite actress that I follow. Jessica, see, this is bad. But anyways, her name is Jessica Chastain. This is one I like nowadays. That's the one I seem to watch a lot of her films. I do like her, even though I'm not into blondes so much. Julianne Moore used to be a favorite back in the day. So, yeah, that's it. That's my favorite actors and actresses. But Cary Grant, check him out. You won't be disappointed. Thank you for watching. Bye.